Hey everyone, it's Jill and Michael, and we're back with another card. And today we're going to be showing you how to make a trifold card. Very cool, moving card. Looks neat. So the materials that we're going to need, first of all, for the card, you're just going to need a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. We're going to be cutting that down though, and you'll see that in a minute. Tools that we're going to use is our scoreboard, bone folder, we've got a ruler, pencil for making some marks, and we've got this rotary trimmer and our slide trimmer. We'll show you how those work.
And tape runner for embellishments.
Tape runner for embellishments. Well, you don't really need that for making the card base. So anyway, Jill's going to go ahead and get started here with cutting it down at 5.5.
If you're a Stampin' Up! Person, you'll know that this is designer series paper from Stampin' Up! Remember marking?
So we're going to mark at 5.5. So the piece of the card that we're going to use is going to be 5.5 by 12. Now if you have a larger bypass trimmer or a larger slide trimmer, you can use that. We kind of have this method of using our scoreboard and either a rotary trimmer or a slide trimmer, just putting it right into the crease there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Okay. I think we got a little bit of extra that we need to just trim off there. There we go. So you can put that piece away.
As you know, save it for scrap.
Save it for scrap. Okay, so now we've got our 5.5 by 12 inch piece of cardstock ready to go. And what Jill's going to do is she's going to go ahead and score at 2, 4, 8, and 10. So I'll let her do that.
2, 4, 8, and 10.
Okay, great.
Thanks, honey.
So at this point we're done with the scoreboard. I'm going to go ahead and move that out of the way. So now what Jill needs to do is she's going to be marking 1.5 inches at the 2-inch score line. So we're going to mark 1.5 up, and we're going to mark 1.5 down at the 2-inch mark. So go ahead and mark those if you would.
I would.
And what we're doing right now is we're marking where we're going to be cutting to make the 1.5 inches.
Oh, 1.5.
Mm-hmm. Where we're going to be cutting to make the inner part that actually does the movement. Okay, so now she's got it marked 1.5 up, 1.5 down. She's going to do that the same way on the 10-inch piece, or the 10-inch score line. So go ahead and mark those.
Oh, just got my head in the shot, sorry. Sorry, viewers. Tapped my head. Crazy.
I don't know if he actually did get it. We'll have to check back on the replay.
There's 1.5, I can't see.
Yeah, I think it's that one right there. Make sure you can see your ruler.
Make sure you put in your contact lenses before attempting any craft projects.
Okay, so now she's got them marked at the 1.5, at the 2-inch and the 10-inch, so you can see both those marks there. What's going to happen now is we're actually going to cut from mark to mark horizontally. So it's going to be a cut like this, and then a cut like this. We're not going to cut over here on the outside pieces, and we're not going to cut here, just horizontal and horizontal.
A tip for getting it straight would be to do it on the reverse side of the paper and draw a line horizontally across, which I think.
That's a good tip.
Should we do that?
Well, I think we should be okay. We're going to use our handy scoreboard here to help us figure out where we need to cut at. So I'm going to just grab my bone folder here. And so here's our 1.5 mark. I'm just going to bring it down. I'm not going to actually score, just so I can kind of see where that mark is. Okay.
This is our improvised method because we don't have a larger
Need a larger scoreboard or a
trimmer.
And so we're gonna have to just get up there. Okay, so there we go, mark to mark. We're gonna do that again over here. If I can find the next groove. Okay, there we go. So now we've cut the inner piece. You can see
Go
that.
ahead and erase those pencil marks real quick.
You can see that there now has been cut.
This is the first time we made a trifold card. I think I would do it on the reverse side next time.
Make the marks.
Yes.
Very good tip. Okay, so now what we need to do is we're going to fold this in a staircase method. So I'm going to let Jill start with that.
This way. This way. Use our bone folder to make a nice good crease.
That's why tools were invented, right?
Let's see on the opposite side. Hope you were able to see that okay.
So let's show them what we got here. You can kind of see if we kind of tilt this down, we got a zigzag working there. And when it folds all up, looks like that for right now. Open it up. But we don't have the inner piece going the opposite way, and that's what we need to do. So Jill's going to show you how an easy way to make that happen, to make it go the opposite way on the inside.
All we're going to do is reverse the score line. Fold it nicely there. So now that one's going up, and this one will go down. Mountain and valley fold.
Yes, those of you who've watched my origami videos know about that. Okay, so now when we open this up, we can see it's going opposite ways. Close it up, open it up.
Amazing.
Very nice. So now what you can do is you can decorate this card however you want, you know, with some different embellishments here and all over really. And we're going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll come back and we'll show you how it looks.
This is the final product of our trifold card. As you can see, I decided to use all designer series paper from the same set to make this flow nicely. This is it open. When it's closed, it's got a little flower and a make-a-wish. Then some unsuspecting recipient opens it and finds a happy surprise. On the inside, I did happy birthday. I used my powder, what is that stuff called?
Embossing powder?
Embossing powder and my heat pen and my Versamark to make the happy birthday sentiment. I'm not sure if you can see that from the camera. Can you see that? And I also put a little bling. And then on the far side, I used feathers. I thought they were a fun touch. So as you can see, there is our trifold card.